Today we're going to be tying a version of Brian Chan's Frostbite Chironomid pattern. In the vise I've got a 2457 number 12. We could do this down to 18 all the way up to number 8 depending on what species of chironomid you're fishing. I've got a 3/32 tungsten bead on there. I'm going to start with some 6/0 black uni thread. Smaller sizes, clearly you'd want to go down in thread size. So I'm going to make a nice wrap of thread all the way down the shank, just past the barb. The first thing I'm going to do is tie in just a small couple tail fibers here of brown Antron sparkly merger yarn. Nip that off, just a real small tail. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a length of brassy silver wire. I'm going to lay this down along the shank so that we eliminate some of the tie-in bulk. Help even out everything. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off an inch or two of red uni floss. I'm going to tie that in just by the tip. I want to move my thread up to about the halfway point. I'm going to wrap the red floss forward. And that red is to simulate the hemoglobin that's in larval chironomids. A lot of people probably heard of the bloodworm. This is kind of a transitionary stage in the insect's life when it's not completely changed into the pupa headed towards the surface. Next I'm going to tie in some pheasant tail sections. Just 3 or 4 of them. I'm going to twist those up just a little tiny bit with my fingers, and I'll grab onto them with my hackle clips. Do it by hand too, but I find it's nicer to have kind of a starting and stopping point with the hackle pliers, and that way, you know, if you drop it or whatever, or need to retwist it or whatever the case may be, you've got some place to do that. Tie that off, make a couple wraps to make sure that it's in place. I'm going to advance my wire for the segmentation. Like so. Take that little wire tab, fold it under the bead there so it doesn't catch on your thread. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some white sparkle emerger yarn. You don't need much of this. This is going to be the gills of the adult pupa. So those white gills are a super prominent feature of the bug. I think that's another one of those keys to catching fish. You know, just a little subtle difference makes sometimes a huge difference in the amount of fish that you catch, or in just the fish noticing the fly. So I'll trim that down in just a second here. I'm going to take 3 pieces of peacock herl, and I'm going to build up a slight collar. This is going to be the thorax of the bug. I'll kind of do that same twisting just to make it a little bit more reinforced, increase the mass just a little bit. Love peacock, awesome material. Is it brown, is it green, is it bronze? We'll let the fish decide that. Next thing I'm going to do is whip finish. Cut off my thread, nip the gills down just a little tiny bit, and there you have a completed Frostbite Chan's Chironomid. It's one of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too.